Hi, I'm Michty Maxx, and I'm here to share my new Makeup Geek stash. I bought a few things from Makeup Geek at the end of last year and just recently, and I thought I'd share them with you. If you like the makeup I'm wearing here, you can check the card above or the description box for the link. I got some eyeshadows and a few bits and pieces, and we can get the bits and pieces out of the way first. Since it's all the rage, I thought I'd try out a beauty blender. And on the Makeup Geek site, they had this black one, and I thought, I'll give it a go. It's black, it's metal, I'll check it out. The Pro Beauty Blender is $20, the same as the regular beauty blender, and from what I can tell, there really is no difference. As far as its functions well, it blends in the makeup. I didn't notice anything spectacular. I have tried the Real Techniques Miracle Beauty Sponge, and that is quite fine. It served me well, and it was looking a little worse for wear, so I thought I'd go with the Beauty Blender and try it out. I will say that the Real Techniques sponge is slightly harder than the Beauty Blender, and the Beauty Blender is nice and soft and compresses very well. The only difference with this one I found is it deposited little bits of the black sponge all over my face. Now that's not really what you want, and yeah, so far after one use, I'd have to say that I'm not too impressed. I will try it a few more times, and maybe after washing it, it might not molt so much over my face, but yeah, we'll see. And the other little bit I got was this Z Palette brand spatula. There's nothing really special about it except for the fact that it is bright colored and kind of oil streaked through it. It was like $6 and I needed another spatula, so I thought, what the fuck, go for it. And that functioned perfectly fine, and I enjoyed using it. The main part of my stash was a bunch of the eyeshadows and this Z palette. I got the large Z palette. The Makeup Geek eyeshadows are $6 each for 1.8 grams of product. For the foiled eyeshadows, that's $10, and the duochrome ones are back to $6 again. They're actually pretty cheap, and since you get them just in the pan, it's really easy to put them into a Z palette and not worry about all that decanting and stuff. I have a bunch of their foiled shadows, a couple of regular ones, and even a duochrome one in there, and I'm going to share some swatches with you now. Okay, the first one we've got is Magic Act, and it's one of their foil shadows. This is a highly pigmented, really beautiful gold. It's a bright yellow gold, and it doesn't get into that antique kind of dirty gold color, and you get some really beautiful shine from it. It grabs onto the skin easily and blends buttery soft. The next foiled eyeshadow is In the Spotlight, and it's a peachy, very shimmery color. This is one of the ones that comes off incredibly light reflective. When the light hits it, it just bounces back really shimmery, and you don't get so much of the peach tone. It's really good to pair with any warm toned kind of coppery shadows, and it gives you a highlight that's in the same color family. It's got high coverage, but I wouldn't say it's exactly really pigmented because, as I said, the color in the pan really doesn't come through and you get much more of a lighter version of that shade. The next one is one of my favorites, and it's called Whimsical. It is a beautiful light pink that just reflects back once again with a lot of high shine. It's seriously shimmery and really beautiful. This one will work as a cheek highlight with a lot of kapow if you want it to, and it's great for the inner corner for any pink eyeshadow looks. And the next one I feel is like Whimsical's sister. It's called DayDreamer, a beautiful, high shine, shimmery lavender shade. I really adore this one as well, and it's great for purple looks to stick on the inner corner, which I have done here. I've used DayDreamer and Whimsical many times since I got it, and I'm really happy I grabbed those two. Probably my favorites out of all of these. I've slotted in the duochrome pigment. It's beautiful, it's purple, it shines blue, and it's called Blacklight. This has a warm pinky violet undertone that shines bright blue over the top. I'm wearing it now at the center of my eyelids, and fuck man, it's so beautiful, I gotta say. This is a shimmery eyeshadow as well, but nowhere near the wattage of the foiled eyeshadows. I'd have to say this is also one of my favorites, probably the top shadow that I've bought. It's really amazing with its duochrome fun, and I love the blue flash to pair with purple eyeshadows. I used this eyeshadow over a black base, and that way you get the most shine and pigmentation out of it. It reminds me of a stronger version of MAC's Stars and Rockets. And this one is called Pop Culture. And yes, it's another purple. It's got a darkened purple base, and it works really well over a creamy product. It's pretty good, but nothing to write home about. And another shimmery shadow I've got is Caitlin Rose, another foiled one. It's got a bit of a pinky purple sparkle through it with a nice dark purple base. It's really hard to find a really good purple eyeshadow, but this one is pretty nice. I used it over a black base as well to get the most pigmentation and the most metallic shine. This isn't one of the most pigmented of their foiled eyeshadows, but it's still pretty good. And if you pack it over a creamy base, it looks lovely. Now onto some mattes, and I have Wisteria, and that's in the new formulation. This is a nice medium matte purple. It's not the most pigmented eyeshadow. I really like it for running it through the crease to blend out other purple shadows in a purple smoky eye. I used this in my New Year's Eve tutorial and you can check that out in the card up there. And here I have Corrupt, a sooty black that really is, as they say, the blackest black. I usually use Sugar Pill Bulletproof, but I dropped mine and smashed it into a fine powder. I actually stuck it in a Ziploc bag because I don't even want to try to make that whole again because it will just make the biggest mess you've ever fucking seen. I've used Corrupt to add some depth in the outer corner of the crease and it blended out beautifully. Next I have Stealth, and this is a cool grey toned eyeshadow. I wanted something with a really good blue base so it wouldn't bring any warmth into the look but just still add the right kind of tone. This grey is pretty pigmented and I used that all through the crease to deepen it up as well. It mixes wonderfully with Corrupt and blended out beautifully. Next we have Bitten, which is a highly praised and sought after color. I really wanted to grab it because I wanted something to deepen up red eyeshadows with. Bitten is great. It's a dark maroon red, which blends out deliciously. I've seen Jordan Hans use it many times in her body painting, and the way it blended and the shade really sold it for me, so I had to grab it. I used this around the crease and under the eye, and I really love the juxtaposition of the warm deep red and the cool tones on the lid. And lastly we have Razzleberry, which is one of their older eyeshadows. It is a nice bright red with gold sparkle through it. But don't be fooled, that gold sparkle does not hold on. If you use it with a creamy base, you can get some of it. But if you blend it through the crease, forget about it, it's not staying on there. I really love the idea of Razzleberry, but it doesn't really translate on the skin, so that's a shame. But I still enjoy it to blend out red eyeshadows. If I was gonna recommend some of these eyeshadows, I would go for Whimsical or DayDreamer, or both. Also Corrupt and Bitten, if you like red eyeshadows and dark looks. And Blacklight is really awesome. I'm thinking I might get a few more duochrome shadows, but this one I just had to have. Phantom was out of stock, so I missed out on that, but I'll get that later. I'm really happy with these eyeshadows. The formula is generally good, the quality is fantastic, and the price is pretty great too. I'll also add that the customer service at Makeup Geek is really great. They answer your emails promptly and are really nice, and if you have trouble with your order, they're really decent about it. I'll totally be getting more stuff from Makeup Geek. They have so many awesome colors, and their range is really fantastic. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Makeup Geek stash, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes.